The short answer is, I don't know. But if you want the long answer, then keep watching the video.
The Legoland Solar Power Transporter. You can build this transport for 10.
I think it's just the simplicity of it all. The Lego we have nowadays is focused more on the detailed side of things, which means a lot more smaller pieces to create the smallest of details, which I will admit, some of the detailing work is like really impressive. However, I'm more attracted to the simple bricks of the past. They really made you use your imagination since they were so limited with the pieces they had back then. With the sets we have now, they're so meticulously detailed that you don't even have to use your imagination anymore. Whenever I build a classic set, I'm always taken aback by how they were able to create certain shapes and angles just by using basic bricks. Sometimes I'd find very interesting uses for pieces in these sets as well, such as in set 6378, where they use these 1x2 hinged bricks to add these 2x2 tiles on the side of the building. Recently, I got the Black Sea's Barracuda, and I was in awe with some of the shaping they were able to accomplish. The front of the ship here is made with a variety of plates and slopes, topped off with this half of a minifig. The ship really wouldn't be the same without this detail, and I love what they did using this piece from the Fabuland line of sets. This piece was originally used for the front of a car. Another piece used from Fabuland, but not originally from Fabuland, is this flower piece on the back of the Barracuda, which is attached via the back of a headlight piece, which is genius. Yet once again, another piece from Fabuland is repurposed here. This wheel piece first appeared in the set 3673 Steamboat. And yes, this is a pattern you will see throughout the 80s and 90s. Many sets from this era reused pieces from the Fabuland series, which is why some of the pieces that were reused don't quite scale with the normal minifigs. I just love some of the specialized pieces that were used in this era. Like, look at this old-fashioned antenna piece. Oh, and this base plate. And that's just what makes these sets so appealing. These pieces are just so unique and different, you just know LEGO would never make these nowadays. While it's super neat that these sets have all these unique special pieces, it does make it hard to piece them together from your own collection if you just happen to have a couple pieces from said set. I know I've had a hard time piecing these sets together. It's even worse when you find out how expensive they are online. And that's a whole other can of worms I'll have to get to sometime. The play features, oh my god, the play features. These classic sets have some of the best play features I've ever seen on a LEGO set. Like, look at these light and sound bricks. Okay, I'll admit, the sounds are pretty annoying, but like, it's the thought that counts. They made monorails. F***ing monorails. If that isn't cool, I don't know what is. I love the ways these sets would incorporate rubber bands and magnets into their play features. Like, you get a real variety here. M-Tron is a perfect example for magnet play features, as their whole thing is magnets. This boat set has a little motor that powers the little scanner radar thingy. Like, how awesome is that? The trains peaked in this era. They used electricity instead of the lame batteries of today, except for the 4.5 volt system, which did use batteries. But the 12 volt system, now that is classic trains for me. Sadly, these 12 volt trains were only released in Europe, so that just makes getting these trains here in the USA much harder. The listings on eBay are so expensive, and they all come from Germany. However, 9 volt is a little easier to get and a bit more affordable, as those were actually released in the USA. Oh, I can't forget about the coolest play feature of all. This was featured in the classic Wild West sets, where there's this little slot on the side of a building that's just the perfect size for a printed 1x2 dynamite piece. This was before they introduced a 3D molded dynamite piece. But once you put the 1x2 tile into the little slot, boom! The wall just explodes and destruction commences. Another thing I like about these classic sets are the size of them. Well, okay, yes, they use a lot of big chunky pieces, but I don't care. A big set equals good in my books. Well, even in the smaller sets of the 80s and 90s, they were pretty good size. Like this pirate set even has a little base plate. Also, can I just say how much I love the Pirates theme? I adore each of these sets. They're so simple, yet they just look so fun to play with. Yes, I play with Lego. Well, you're not gonna do anything about it, right? I'm not childish or whatever it is. No. Especially when you get multiple ships and multiple factions, it's just asking for a whole night of fun. I really like this pulley feature they have on the Black Sea's Barracuda. It's just fun to have it go up and down. The aftermarket, it's a mixed bag, I'll just say that. Sometimes you can find a pretty damn good deal on a Lego set, and other times people will just list the most ludicrous prices you'll ever see. Bricklink is a good website to buy these classic sets. I would recommend you buy an incomplete set and bricklink the rest of the parts together. It's much cheaper than buying a whole complete set. The Lego we have now is considered more of a collector's item instead of being a toy. So now everything is overly detailed and uses a million tiny weeny pieces, along with overpricing like crazy. And I just feel like Lego has lost that blocky classic Lego charm they had with those old pirates and town sets. I know this video is kinda off topic compared to the other videos I make, but I felt like making this video because I love Lego. It's one of my biggest passions, so I thought it would make sense that eventually I would make a video about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as I'm still kinda self-conscious about my voice.